She walked out of the prison gates with that same dirty smile on her face, like nothing had changed. But the moment Karen stepped back into the neighborhood, she froze. Her eyes locked on me standing on my porch, and she shouted, "You? You're still here? This place is mine." She stormed toward me like she owned the whole street, waving the same old fake HOA papers she used years ago. I didn't move. I just watched her get close enough to see the new sign on my gate, the one that made her face turn pale. Neighborhood owner Michael Grant. Her voice cracked. "This is a joke, right? You can't own the whole neighborhood," but I could see panic crawling across her face. She kept talking fast, trying to convince herself she still had power. No, I built this HOA, I made the rules. You're still under me." I almost felt bad for her, almost, because she didn't know the truth yet. She didn't know what happened while she was locked away for those 2 years. She didn't know that every house she used to control, every family she bullied, every fine she ever wrote, was now under me. She stepped closer, lowering her voice like she was threatening me again. "I'm warning you. I'll take this place back. I always do." I smiled a little, just enough to make her heart skip.
"Karen, you have no idea what you just walked into."
She hated that smile. Her jaw clenched. She ripped one of my signs off the fence and tossed it on the ground like she still had authority. But the moment she did, my security system beeped, and a calm robotic voice said, "Warning, property damage detected." Karen jumped. What was that? Why is everything talking? I leaned in just enough to make her uneasy. "Let's just say things changed while you were gone, and you're not ready for any of them." Her eyes narrowed, but I could see the fear. She wasn't expecting this. She wasn't expecting me. She definitely wasn't expecting what was coming next. Karen didn't back off. She never did. She stepped right into my driveway, like she still ruled the place, and shouted, loud enough for the whole block to hear, "Everyone listen! He can't own this neighborhood. I'm reinstating the HOA right now." Nobody came out. Nobody even opened a curtain. The silence hit her harder than prison bars. She kept yelling anyway, waving her hands in the air like someone would run to support her. But the street was calm, too calm, and that made her even more nervous. She turned back to me. Tell them you're lying. There's no way someone like you got this much power. Someone like me." She still talked like that. I didn't react. I just tapped my phone, and the giant LED screen on my garage lit up, showing the official county documents. Property maps, ownership transfers, HOA dissolution form signed by the state, and right at the top of everything, my name. Karen stumbled back like someone punched her. No, this is fake. You forged this. You hacked something. You're not that smart." I didn't say anything. I let her drown in her own words. That always worked with her. But then, here came the twist she wasn't ready for. A white SUV with tinted windows turned slowly onto the street. Karen's face brightened for a second. "Finally, the HOA board is here to back me up." Except it wasn't the HOA board. It was the new county development officer. And he stepped out of the car with a folder stamped, "Neighborhood Expansion Project." Karen's smile died instantly. "Why is he here? Why would he come for you?" The officer walked past her like she didn't exist and shook my hand. "Mr. Grant, we reviewed the new boundaries. Everything went through. Congratulations again. Your ownership is now officially recognized by the county." Karen's mouth fell open. "Boundaries? What boundaries?" The officer finally glanced at her, cold and sharp. "Ma'am, this entire area is under his authority now, including the lot your old house was on." Her knees almost gave out. "My house?" I watched her face drain as the truth settled in. She had no idea that while she was locked up, her property was seized and folded into my ownership, and I still hadn't told her the biggest twist yet. "Karen," I said gently, almost like I was comforting her, "you might want to sit down for what comes next." Her eyes shook. "What comes next?" I didn't answer. I let the fear build. Karen didn't sit. She just kept shaking her head, stepping back as if she could walk away from the truth. "No, this can't be happening. You can't control all this. You're just—" She stopped because she couldn't even finish the insult. Maybe she finally realized she had no ground left to stand on. I stepped closer, calm, steady. "Karen, your house was taken by the county after your prison charges. It went to auction. No one wanted it because of your history, so I bought it, legally." Her breath caught. You bought my house? Not just your house, I said quietly. The whole block. Every empty lot. Every foreclosed property. Everything you once used to bully people with. She looked like she might scream, but before she could, the county officer cleared his throat. Ma'am, you need to understand something. You have no legal right to step foot on this land anymore. You're trespassing right now. Karen's eyes widened. Trespassing? This is my home! It hasn't been yours for 2 years, he said. And after your record, you shouldn't even be near this neighborhood without permission. That's when she snapped. She grabbed my gate, shook it violently, and shouted, I built this place. I made the rules. He can't take this from me. The moment she yanked the gate, my security alarms went off. Cameras locked onto her, and a red light scanned her face. She panicked and backed away, but it was too late. A voice announced, law enforcement notified. Karen froze. No, please don't call them. I just got out. I didn't smile. I didn't enjoy it. I just looked at her. You spent years ruining families here. You called the cops on me when I hadn't done anything. You faked HOA fines. You planted fake notices. And even now, first day out of prison, you're breaking the law again. She shook her head, tears forming. Please, Michael, don't let them take me again. I don't have anywhere else to go. For the first time ever, she looked human. Not entitled, not powerful, just lost. The police car turned onto the street, slow and steady. The same officers she once tried to manipulate. They stepped out and walked toward her, and she whispered, Please, don't arrest me. I'll leave. I'll never come back. But the officer shook his head. Ma'am, you violated parole. You can't just walk away from this. Karen dropped to her knees. I just wanted my life back. I finally stepped forward and said, Officer, before you take her, I want to say something. Everyone looked at me. Karen, too, with trembling eyes. You always treated this neighborhood like you were above everyone. But the truth is simple. The land doesn't belong to the loudest person. It belongs to the one who respects it. That's why you lost everything. She closed her eyes. Because she knew it was true, the officers gently lifted her up and guided her to the car. She didn't fight. She didn't shout. She didn't even look back. As the car drove away, the county officer said, You handled that with more patience than she ever gave anyone. I looked around at the quiet, peaceful street, the street she once terrorized. I didn't buy this neighborhood for power. I bought it to protect the people who live here. No one should ever fear their own home. He nodded. Well, they're safe now. I watched the police car disappear at the end of the road. For the first time in years, the neighborhood felt calm, and I whispered to myself, I didn't fight for this land just to watch someone destroy it. Not again. The wind moved through the trees. The sun touched the rooftops, and the place Karen once tried to control finally belonged to peace. The end. Please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing HOA stories.